Hello and welcome to Coffee with Dr. Carla. I'm Dr. Carla. This is my friend Deb, and we're glad that you're joining us today as we talk about some mental health related issues and hopefully end some of the stigmas surrounding them. So we're going to talk about friendship, and I think if my math is right, you and I met in 2004.
It's not important.
But
20-ish years.
It's 20-ish years, though, right? And until you said 20-ish years before we started, I was like, yeah, it's been 20-ish years, right? But what's interesting is we started off as work friends,
Yes.
right? And so I know that throughout the years...
No, you scared me. We didn't start off as work friends. We started off with, she's moving into the office next to mine, and was a little intimidating.
Wow, but I mean, I guess.
But then we became
colleagues,
yes,
and eventually
yes,
became friends.
yes.
Right? Yeah, it was the whole thing was a little overwhelming. Yeah, we could talk about that whole thing, right? But I mean, every aspect of that time, like
yes.
there was a lot of things happening
Yes.
in that particular school district that had both you and I going,
What
the heck is going on? And, but then we were also blessed with a superintendent who had a very unique way of looking at the world.
One of my top three.
Yeah, he's my top one. He ruined my life in a good way, but that's okay. But you're right, we did become friends. But this idea of work friends, right? We see each other every day, or we see each other more times than not, right? Then we start doing things more in that way. But often what happens is once you're no longer working together, then...
Oh, it's hard.
It's hard. It takes a lot of extra
Work
effort.
is what it takes.
It takes a lot of work, right?
And not in a bad way. It's just that you have to consciously do this.
Right, because I would walk into the office and I could see you and I could say, hey, what are you doing after work? Or, you know what, this weekend I was thinking about doing this or that. And you're like, oh, cool, let's go. Right. We didn't have to be...
You didn't have to think about it.
Yeah, we didn't.
It
Yeah,
just was.
Right. Whereas then, when I moved on to a different district, and when you eventually retired, then our contact had to be different.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we did end up pairing up to do some little projects here and there, which was nice. But I think we did okay, coming up to, for many years, getting together with different things. Not as much, I think, as perhaps we,
Should have.
could have, should have, wanted to, whatever. And then, I don't know that we talk enough about what happened when the world shut down,
Yeah.
right? And I don't know about you, but I felt like I just had to take care of what was in front of my
Yep.
face. I couldn't think of anything else.
I baked.
Right. And yeah, and friendships were, and a lot of people are like, oh, I got closer to my friends, we did this or that, but I don't know that always worked out, right?
Well, no, because the kind of gathering that you could do was out in the street, across the street. I mean, and I did that with my neighbors, but that was remarkably unsatisfying.
Or virtually, which is
Remarkably unsatisfying. No, it's better than nothing. I mean, I'm not going to shut that down.
It's hard to have a conversation if you got 10 people on Zoom or whatever platform. It's hard to have a conversation. You can't. It's not like a dinner party where if there's 10 of us there, I can sit over here and talk to you for a little while. Then I can go over here and I talk to this person and so on. But on a Zoom, I mean, there's etiquette.
There
that's
isn't the
appropriate.
intimacy, don't you think?
Yeah.
I mean, there isn't that one-on-one time that's so valuable.
We're either talking on top of each other, or we're waiting for each other. Well, in Zoom, right? The only way to have multiple conversations, unless they broke us up into, different rooms, but then I might as well just get together with you.
Yeah.
Right, but whatever. Yeah, so I mean, I do know people got very creative. And then it was some time before...
I just ate.
Before you and I got together. Like, we got together here and there for, different things.
When she would need to go shopping. Because
for clothes.
I can shop.
Yes, and plant shopping because you have an awesome greenhouse out by you. So there was purpose for that. And then actually we're coming up on about a year that I've when I called you up and I said, yeah, I need to see you and we need to have lunch.
We're having lunch.
Right.
Ladies do lunch.
Right. And we used to do lunch all the time.
Yes, we did.
And we found some really cool places back when we were working together. And so we're trying to do a little bit of that. But,
oh, it's so empowering, though. I mean, there is something about taking charge of your relationships, I think, that are important.
yeah.
Consciously doing it, not serendipitously kind of thing.
Well, that's why when, the first one I showed up and I said, okay, I have my planner 1 month from now, and Deb's like, oh, okay.
That
I'm like,
works for me.
if it's not on this, but really it comes down to that. And now we've progressed to the point where we pretty much know it's going to be the last Thursday of the month. And so again, that also has its own rhythm, right? And I will say, there was one time that I got stuck in traffic and I wasn't able to go, and it sucked because we had to wait another whole month, right? And what's the big deal? The big deal is I enjoy spending time with you. You are my friend. We have fun. We talk about silly, ridiculous things. We talk about serious things, right? But there's a lot of intentionality to it, and it is work to keep it going in that
effort, not work.
Okay, well,
effort.
So talk about how you see those things being different.
Oh, well, because work implies, maybe it's because I've been retired, work implies something that you have to do. This isn't anything we have to do.
No.
We want to do it.
Yes.
But the intentionality, I think, is where it comes down to. Really? You want to come have lunch with me? What day?
Yeah.
What time?
Right.
What else are we doing? So that's a whole different kind of thing than, oh God, it's Thursday, we have to. It's none of that.
No.
It's none of that.
And what's interesting is, in between, it's not that we refuse to talk to each other.
No, I text, but it's not the same.
It's here and there. Maybe I catch something, fun on your Facebook and whatever. But yeah,
I do good Facebook.
Yeah, but what's fun is that because we've had this longevity, because we've put this effort into things, when we do sit down, even if it's only once a month,
it's comfortable.
It's comfortable, and the poor waiters are like, are you going to ever leave? And we're like, it's only been 2 hours. What are you talking about?
It could be. I mean, see, that's the wonderful part of it, I think, is that it's all very flexible.
Right. And right now we're trying to hit different ethnic types of foods.
Fantastic.
But we did take advantage a little bit of some outdoor eating spaces over the summer, and I think maybe we'll have to be more intentional this year about that. But yeah, and it's nice. It's just a nice thing to look forward to.
Yeah. And it's different than, I think we've gotten sloppy. I mean, being the age I am, I remember when conversations that you had with your friends were in person. Either that or on the phone, where I can hear your voice, I can hear your inflections, I know where you're headed. Oh, this is a joke. Oh, this is serious. That is something that is sorely lacking when what you do is typed. I am missing way too much nuance, and that can easily be misinterpreted and go down a really sad path, I think, for a lot of people.
Right.
That we are missing that interaction. And it's such a blessing to be able to have the time and the opportunity to do that.
Right, and I think this face-to-face interaction also teaches us how to give people the most generous interpretation of their intentions and their words and their behaviors, etc., right? Because there's so many more contextual clues to work with.
Oh, for sure.
Right.
I'm a little concerned about teenagers today. I work with them on a gardening project I have going in the summer, and to hear them talk about how much anxiety they have when they have to be out in a social arena.
Face to face, right? Yeah.
And they don't know what to do, and I'm going, first thing you do is put your phone down, because honestly, we have lost that ability as human beings of that generation to simply get out there, and they're missing the cues. They're missing all of it. They don't know how they sound nasty or snotty or angry or whatever. They just don't have that experience. So I don't know if there is a simple solution to that except for going out with other people
and trying it. Right, exactly. So hopefully this has encouraged you to look at those around you, and if there's somebody who you
makes
like,
you happy,
right? Like, you appreciate, they make you happy, maybe you haven't seen them in a while. Be very intentional about, going out and doing something with them. It could be something as simple as getting a cup of coffee or tea. It doesn't have to be an elaborate meal, but be intentional nonetheless. So remember, you can change your thoughts, discover your potential, and transform your life by focusing on your overall well-being. So until next time, keep being the best you possible. Bye.